This clearly looks like the Karen video when she's pointing at the cat.
But in that instance, though, what would the words be?
You ruined the Undisputed Era or something. I don't know. I don't really have the words.
Undisputed Era is me.
The Undisputed Era is a ripoff of the Bullet Club, and you know it.
I did have a few other mock-ups if you would like to see them.
Always. Please. That is some clickbait shit right there. I mean, you need to put the Brazers under here.
I'm gonna get that booty.
She looks like she's going for it. No questions.
And then two dads fighting.
This looks like a family outing going wrong.
If this is not a visualization of when a child goes, my dad can beat up your dad. I don't know what is.
I like that Walter seems old, but I think he's only 34, 35 or something. But Ciampa looks like he's 80. This is like the spanking from hell. You know, I'm gonna hit your kid, I hit you.
So the thing about this image, the fact that I've covered up his other leg with the logo of the Wednesday Night Wars, you could actually see the torque going behind that. So you know whatever's about to happen is gonna hurt.
Walter, the daddy that you don't want to hit the kids. Oh God, he's gonna spank the kids.
And then finally,
seriously, you're not the guy. Here it is, right here. I don't know why I'm fighting you, Ortega. I should be fighting Walter. You got a point.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where Cross is a number 2. He should be Balor's he should be Nappa to Balor's Vegeta. Like if they were together, it would work out. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let's start the show.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh, check out the Marcus here, man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
It's Friday. Do you know what that means? Billie Kay won't be on TV, and that's absurd.
No, she better be on TV, Manny. I swear to God, I will smash my TV, my own fucking TV, if Billie Kay isn't on Friday Night SmackDown tonight. SmackDown on Fox better feature Billie Kay and Bayley in some form of a segment, if not together, if not separate. It should be 2 hours of all the missed time they have not had on TV. This is their time. This is their time, and it's a disgrace. And it's another I can't even think of the word.
Another
Can't even think of the word. That's how pissed off I am. Give Billie Kay her TV time. Jesus.
Welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm, of course, Lord Matty Hayes, and I'm always joined by Marcus and him cleaning his glasses.
The grand finale. I'm cleaning them because I was so heated, and it starts fogging up when I start getting angry about the Billie Kay not being on TV. I am perplexed. I am suplexed. I am upset.
I'm suplexed. I am suplexed. I've done it to myself. I've suplexed myself.
Suplexed myself several times in the center of my house. And I cannot take this anymore. Okay?
So let's kick off with the show. What do you want to do first? AEW or NXT?
I didn't give a shit about AEW this week, and I'm gonna take it. I think I have more to say about NXT than I do AEW, maybe.
I feel like that AEW, largely there were bits and pieces of it that I didn't care about, but there was 2 things about it that I cared
Okay,
That's
let's
3.
start with
I give it about 3.
I
I'll
got
give it
things
3.
I want to rant about. I got things on AEW I want to rant about.
Okay, let's kick off with AEW. So AEW kicks off with what I thought was a really good opening match between Kenny Omega and Matt Sydal. I really enjoyed it.
It was solid. It was okay.
Kenny actually made Matt Sydal look credible the whole way through it. The only
So you trying to say Matt Sydal's not credible? He's done?
well, it's the way AEW is. Like, there's no real other than like a few, like Kenny, Cody, the Bucks, and a few others. No one's really considered, this guy's a star or like the understar kind of thing. Like, no one else has really come there and just broke through.
So, Manny, what you're saying is no one seems elite.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the term. Unless you're in the elite of the Bullet Club.
And like the only issue I have with this is like they've made Sydal look good. But the fact is you won't see just Sydal and Dynamite for another 3 to 4 weeks now.
You're giving them that. I got at least a month and a half, maybe 2.
But the thing
Dark and Elevation.
Yeah, but the thing they did really well this week was actually promote the hell out of Elevation.
Yeah. I'm still not gonna watch though.
No, but I don't have time to watch it. There is not enough time to consume that much wrestling in a week and have other interests.
You don't know, Manny. You never know. There might be you gotta follow someone's pattern that's going, I only sleep 4 hours a day, and then I turn on AEW, then I get NXT, then I watch Raw, then I watch SmackDown, then NXT UK, then I watch Progress, then Evolve, then I watch old video of 1994, the greatest year in the history of wrestling, and then I go take a shower.
Don't you have 4 kids?
Skip that. You have 4 kids. Yeah, but I neglect them. Okay?
Yeah, but like you won't. I don't think you'll see Sydal on like proper TV for a while. But like thing is, it's a credit to the AEW fan base because they don't seem to sour on people very quickly. Like you haven't seen anyone for a while. They're like, oh, da. Like WWE, you would immediately sour when you haven't seen someone for like 6 months. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Matt Sydal is the equivalent of WWE's Humberto Carrillo. Oh.
No, I don't think he's Humberto Carrillo.
Oh, who you got? Ricochet?
Yeah, I would say he's the equivalent of Ricochet.
Yeah, I feel like that's too high.
No, because Sydal's still good. Sydal's still good. And so is Ricochet.
Good. Yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, I feel like the level, not the talent, but like when they show up, it's like, oh, I know what this is. They're gonna probably do something, somewhat decent, but nothing's gonna ever come from it. Nothing's coming from this. Like, so with Sydal fighting Kenny, there's no belief in my heart that there's anything gonna be close. There's a lot of near falls I thought was unnecessary, but I just don't believe anybody that's outside their like little bubble is ever going to get a title shot.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing that worries me about AEW at this present time is because the fans are so good in the sense that they don't turn on their wrestlers essentially. Yeah. Like it's so indie that like it's okay because you don't hate all of them.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe they're burying Matt Sydal like this.
Yeah, you don't ever really
like a Shinsuke.
Yeah, you don't really ever get that with AEW, which is cool, which is a good thing. But it's also a bad thing because you've not really established anyone at the present time, and they've been around over a year and a half now, or is it longer? I feel like it's longer.
This is almost a 3-year-old company.
Yeah, and they haven't really established enough in terms of growth.
I feel like this match was unnecessary though. Even though it happened, it's fine. He put on a good match. Throw Kenny out there, whatever.
It made no sense to have this match though. That's the thing. Yeah. It felt very much like a WWF Challenge or one of those old shows. No, WWF Prime Time where you'd get Bret Hart versus, I don't know, Ludwig Borger or someone.
I would like something behind it. Like, if you're going to do a match with Matt Sydal and Kenny Omega, one, you either put it somewhere in the middle of the show or, toward the end or something. And, at least advertise. Let me get a promo from Sydal. What's his motivations? What's his like? He's teaming with his brother. Like, I don't know anything about... And I know, Matt Sydal's career, but if I'm just coming into AEW and I'm going, I know nothing about Matt Sydal. This match didn't give me reason to care to know anything more, other than that he must be some job guy. Even though it was a competitive match, he just felt like another job guy going against Kenny Omega.
Yeah, and then we move into a squash match of Hangman Page versus Cezar Bononi. I feel bad for Hangman Page now.
I never feel bad for wrestlers. I don't know why.
No, I do. I honestly feel like this may come off. No, this will come off as a stretch, but it's very much like how TNA was back in the day, where you had Samoa Joe, you had AJ Styles, but then they just kept bringing in star after star after star, and someone like him just constantly, who you look at and goes, he should be near the top of the card.
Yeah,
the more they bring in, the further down the pecking order he goes.
It's true. Honestly, it does seem like it's adding weight to him. Like, it's just like, pushing him down. I mean, he was competing for the championship, and I didn't think he should have won it. And over time, I was just going like, this Hangman Page is just a guy. But he kind of grows on you over time.
No, but that was the thing. At the time, Jericho was the right move. Jericho was the right move to be champion, because you're a new company. There's the name. Put the championship on the name. There you go. But now you look at it and go, Hangman should be in the conversation still.
Yeah, like he had storylines when him and Kenny were teaming as this whatever makeshift tag team champion team duo. You thought, okay, this may go somewhere, and he's gonna elevate himself to another level, or he will be in the middle. But it just seemed like he's just kind of just staying in the middle of the road for whatever reason.
Yeah,
like it seems like they're wasting some of his best years in this just falling in the middle of the card. I like squash matches. This is a solid squash match, whatever, but it's not doing him any favors.
No,
like the Hangman gimmick has been he was on a story of redemption from basically just being a drunkard, and he's found solace in the Dark Order or whatever he's doing. And it just seems like he's just staying in the middle of the road with these mid-card storylines, or less than mid-card. He's in this, bubble of, just doing nothing. He's just doing nothing.
Well, this is where I think, I honestly thought he should have been in Pinnacle, but he should have been the leader.
I don't know if he could pull off leader of a group.
Oh, well, see, there's already too much going on in the Pinnacle anyway, for it's hard to stay on top of it, because there's 5 guys in there.
Mm-hmm. And some burgers and fries.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll get onto that when we get to their match. So we've got Lance Archer saying that without Sting there'd be no Murder Hawk. He's interrupting Sting's time because it should be his time, and people should be paying attention to him. And if they don't, the wall should come crashing down.
Anyway, if you're interrupting Sting's time, it's because Sting has nothing to say. He has nothing to say.
He still hasn't had anything to say.
No. He's been useless since they signed him. Other than the street fight, which could have been anybody. You could have plugged in X-Legend here. In that street fight with Darby Allin, he could have did what Sting did, basically.
Yeah,
Sting
and then
nothing to this product.
So Britt Baker was not happy with the reception she got from the fans in attendance. She says Thunder Rosa should be thanking her because she will forever be remembered because of her, and she is furious that Thunder Rosa had said she had put the AEW women's division on the map. Yeah. I don't think it's really on the map.
No. That was one an unsanctioned match, so it doesn't count. And 2, that they just signed Red Velvet to a contract. I feel like it's really hard for black people to get contracts at AEW because they appear multiple times on TV. You're like, I'm assuming they have a contract. Like Lee Johnson. Nope. Red Velvet is now all elite. So, whatever. I don't know where to go with Britt Baker or any of this. Like, it just seems like, whatever. Like, I don't know. The promo to me felt a little forced. That she was against, that she was staying heel, kind of? I don't know. It was a mix. Like, I wanted to hear from Thunder Rosa as well or something.
Well, I did enjoy her taking the shot at Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Unnecessary shot at Mick Foley, but there you go.
He's just sitting at home and he's like, what? Why? Have only so many days. I remember.
And so, and then we move further backstage of Kazarian asking Christian Cage, when does the work part of the outwork everyone actually start? So Christian says next week.
I'm kind of disappointed because I thought that when he was talking about the outwork everybody and Kazarian said that, I was kind of hoping that Christian Cage never wrestles. And he just goes, he outworks everybody, but only has this one match once every 5 months or something. It's always like, I outworked everybody. You saw that match.
Do you think that was they should have saved that for someone a bit more high profile?
What?
That comment. Yeah, that comment.
Yeah, because honestly, if I only watch Dynamite, Kazarian, when do you work? When does your work start? And aren't you and Christopher Daniels on the verge of a breakup and a tag team title shot or some shit? But we have no follow-up on this, and it's been going on for like 5 months.
Yeah, and then so Kazarian said he should check out Monday Night Elevation because 7 years is a long time to be out of the ring, which did make sense. And I think that's the dumbest thing said this week.
Well, he wanted him to scout and see what was going on in the new wrestling, I guess. But it seems like, no, just watching more wrestling. I was on WWE backstage. I was watching wrestling. You're not gonna do anything, Kazarian. You're your later years. You're not gonna change the game. You're washed. Why I gotta watch a Watch Kazarian on some fucking YouTube show to realize that I can't go? Oh, I need to keep up with that. No, I don't. I can watch old footage of your TNA and go like, oh, I don't have to worry about these moves anymore and cross shit out.
So we do move on to the Pinnacle, where it's FTR and Shawn Spears versus the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin in a tag team squash match.
Right. Not important enough for you to get his name right.
He's in Top Flight. That's something.
Not important. Top Flight, The Acclaim, or any other tag team in their division, Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian, not important.
I feel like The Acclaim is growing on me. I feel like it's because it's a John Cena.
Anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it's just because it's a John Cena gimmick, and that was it.
You just care about Caster. You don't even know the other guy's name.
No.
I think it's Bowens. I think it's Bruce Bowen. I don't know.
Bruce Bowens. That's not a name.
That is his name. Bruce Bowens. That's a basketball player. If you don't know. But this match was another match where I was like, I guess this is happening. It's not.
Well, I think it was merely just to get this promo out.
Yeah, because 90% of the match, Manny, was the promo. The match starts, they go to commercial in picture, which I completely ignore. They come back from picture in picture, and the match is over. And I go, well, they're about to do this promo. I didn't need the match. Just give me the promo.
Yeah, so Cash or Dax says the Pinnacle isn't a name or just a group. They are a family, which I question why they use that term, because we just got over Eddie and his family. And they've only been together for what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, this dude attaches to families really quick. Like really quick. Like you hanging out with this dude, man. We're a family, man. You drunk. You know you drunk. I just met you at this bar. Okay? We shot pool together one time. We're not a family.
And then MJF
I never want to see you as a kid. You don't have 3 people in this group's phone number. We're not a family, homie.
MJF says he would have thought Chris Jericho would have come out by now and tried to break the walls down. Now all he does is break chairs he sits on.
Oh,
harsh.
Manny, I got 2 months in this faction starts to feud with each other.
Yeah, but I need Wardlow. I need Wardlow on his own.
You're not gonna get it.
It's well overdue. It's well overdue.
Wardlow can't survive on his own.
Give him Tully.
Well, we do that route, give Tully or somebody to talk for him,
Or Matt Hardy. No.
No. Matt Hardy has the most ragtag. To me, Matt Hardy's group look like Retribution.
Yeah.
Like it's just
No.
a bunch of people.
No.
Just a
Matt
bunch
Hardy.
of people
Do you know who Matt Hardy's group is?
Who?
That picture of the Suicide Squad I saw the other day.
It is.
Just a ragtag of guys.
So, bunch of bum characters.
So we get Team Taz. They said there isn't any issues in Team Taz. He said Cage apologized to everyone in the team for praising Sting.
Manny, do I supposed to care?
No,
care?
it's the most
Why do I
stupidest
care about
thing.
this?
It's the most stupidest thing ever. And it's like, I wish this was over, but I feel like they're dragging it on even longer.
Yeah, now it's the breakup of Cage from Team Taz, and they're gonna feud with him. And I hate the fake PR move they did. I didn't care. I just didn't care. There's so much in this show. Yeah, there's just so much in this show I didn't care about, and I was going like, I don't care. Let's go next. Let's go to the next segment. Don't care. Next. I care maybe about Britt Baker a little bit, but after she started talking, it was over. Next.
Well, so here's my segment that I could not care less about. QT Marshall and why he's frustrated. I could not give a crap. The thing I also found strange was the continuity wise, and I thought AEW would be a good continuity company where he points out his wife in the crowd, and so that whole spell with the bunny just not happen.
Yeah,
I feel like there's something explaining that needs to happen.
Yeah, that was at least a month or 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
He was just in the crowd with her and cheating on his wife on a consistent basis, being controlled by the bunny, and they were complaining. Like, I was like, what are we talking about? Why is he getting TV time? What is this? I'm just Cody's friend. I know you and Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa are each of these EVP's friends, and you just got jobs because you're here. I don't need this storyline. I hate Cody when he comes from the back with the headset and everything every single time.
Why did he have the sling on as well to make him so even more weak?
Yeah, like I hated everything. He's like, yeah, we'll do this exhibition next week with Arn being a referee. It's like, oh, so your manager is gonna do this. Like, I don't care about the Nightmare Family. I don't care about QT Marshall. I don't care about his hair plugs. I don't care about Cody in this storyline. They have wasted Cody and Hangman Page now in this company. Cody is the worst thing of AEW at this point now, because every time he comes out, I want to cringe. It was like, what has Brandy done now?
Well, they also announced that they're gonna have their own Ms. and Mrs. show. Brandy and Cody. Do you know what? Weirdly, because I wrote in the notes, and I think this might happen because do you know how people eat up shitty reality TV shows?
Yes.
I have a feeling more people might watch this over like NXT and AEW.
Yeah, but they're not gonna attract new people with it.
Because the numbers for Ms. and Mrs. are quite good.
Yeah, it's a popular show. It's a reality show.
Yeah, I think that does better numbers than both AEW and NXT.
Probably. I never look it up, but I'm pretty sure it does. Just like Total Bellas killed those shows.
Yeah.
Killed them. So, I just don't want this. Don't do this. Like, I want... What AEW is supposed to be, Manny, is a goddamn wrestling company and not the WWE, the alternative. This just seems like another WWE knockoff show. That's what I got for this. Like, I don't want Cody Miss. If you wanted to do this with somebody else, maybe I'd be intrigued. No, even then, just don't do this. It just comes off as this is more AEW is a vanity project for Cody Rhodes and his goddamn wife who has no talent in the world. That's none. He has none. And the more you see Brandy is the more you realize WWE goes, fuck it, just make her a ring announcer. She has nothing. Nothing to offer to the table. And just when you think you're done with Brandy, they come out with a reality show or a baby reveal. I feel like the baby reveal was only done for the reality show.
Yeah, and it was the worst. I will never forgive them for that, to be honest.
Yeah, this was unnecessary. And it's QT Marshall storyline. What the hell happened to the Penta storyline? Why did we transit? Like, it was just like that was dropped. That was.
I know why they dropped the Penta storyline. Apparently, Pac got injured, so they postponed the tag match. So I presume they're postponing I presume the tag match which we move into, the Lucha Bros and the Laredo Kid versus Youngbucks, and why Brandon Cutler?
I don't know. He looks so ridiculous in his fucking dragon mask and everything. But you could do both. For this one match that they were going, this 6-man, you could have did the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid versus that, and say they're postponing Pac coming back or whatever. But you could still do the Cody storyline and Penta. Penta seemed like he was getting steam, and Cody seemed like he done fell off.
On the DL, new viewer. I'm fine with the reality show if it keeps Brandon a box away from AEW. Correct.
But it's not. It's not. Because now on the DL, she is going to be featured more to advertise that reality show and show you clips from their reality show. And you're going to get more and more random Brandy segments.
So, I hate all that. So there was a point at the beginning of this match where they had an interview with the Lucha Bros and the Laredo Kid. And it reminded me of when, I can't remember who was with him, but when the Great Khali had an interpreter. Yeah. Where he said, he would always say, the Great Khali says. And then he said, Penta says. I was like, yep, this is perfect time to realize that the Great Khali is going into the Hall of Fame. And people... Before you act like he was the great wrestler, WWE is doing this basically to make more money in India, to get more viewership in India. It works. It works both ways.
Yes. The Hall of Fame is a prop, guys. It is a show to advertise basically WrestleMania. That is all it is. It is a tool. It is a weapon. There's no physical Hall of Fame. Coco Beware is in there, for God's sakes. All right? The whole thing is just to get the attention of people. And the Great Khali going into the Hall of Fame works for me because a business decision. I don't care if he wasn't a great wrestler. If you go down the street, if you have the Great Khali will be talked about from the end of time as the measuring stick. He replaced the broomstick that people once wrestled. And he's like, you can wrestle a broomstick. Well, can you wrestle the Great Khali? That was the most difficult match you could have.
So they're also gonna they would have looked at those numbers they got on that super show that was recently aired in India. 20 million people view watched that. 20 million.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
That's 20 times better. That's 20 times better than both AEW and NXT combined.
Yeah. This is the Yao Ming entry in the NBA Hall of Fame or the basketball Hall of Fame.
It's 10 times better than the viewership of Raw and SmackDown in America.
Yeah, and combine all the AEW NXT viewerships, bang, they got him. I'm doing this. It's unapologetic. I don't care. The Great Khali is going to the Hall of Fame. Whether it's the celebrity ring or the actual in-ring work. The dude's a former champion. Everybody knows him. Everybody loathes his matches. But he had a Punjabi prison match. God damn it. And I want you to put some respect on his name.
When you get the Lucha Bros and you get the Youngbucks, you know you're getting a really good match. And I really enjoyed this. The Laredo Kid was a very good addition to this. However, Brandon Cutler...
They got to change their look.
Brandon Cutler needs to get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Like, it's a glaring, who does not belong here? Right there. Like, this guy doesn't have it. It was just another, like, QT Zawa. QT Zawa.
Like, you might as well bunch them together because they're all the same.
Yeah. They're just all the friends of the guys who are in charge. And... like, for him to be out there, it was just like, why? He's a jobber. He's a known jobber. He can't win matches. Yes, he's their friend on Dark and Life, and, you know, they loved him their entire life, and they wrestled it back up. I don't care about all that. This is a television show. Put the best of the best out there. And he is not even on this level. And he came out there and did his dive. It lowered it lowers the standards of your guys you're fighting if he's getting moves on them. Although I was dived out by the end of this.
Yeah.
There was at least 800 dives back to back to back, and Brandon Cutler was the one where I'm like, that's one too many.
So
and Ray Phoenix is never doing the one dive again. And he busts his ass too many times.
So Kenny Omega comes out and attacks the Laredo Kid after the bell. Kenny states that he could have went to New York, which I think is funny because both of them are running out of Florida these days. But he didn't choose AEW. He chose the Young Bucks and their vision. Kenny Omega seems jealous that the Bucks chose Brandon Cutler. And Brandon Cutler was just like, why? He's lying on the floor. Because you're a piece of shit, Brandon Cutler. Why are they choosing
Literally,
you?
Kenny Omega had to fight Matt Sydal because the Young Bucks didn't choose him to fight the match tonight. It makes sense why he's up. Honestly, I agree with Kenny.
Yeah, I agree with Kenny. He gives the Bucks one last chance and asks them if they are with him or essentially against him. And the Bucks walk out on Kenny, and Lucha Bros take down Kenny, and the Good Brothers come out to too late for the rescue.
Too convoluted. It's too convoluted. You got too many heels out there and too many mix of faces and all that. The Lucha Bros attacking Kenny Omega after Kenny broke Cody's arm the previous week. Like, I'm supposed to forget that. Just a bunch of terrible people out there.
So
I have such a short memory on this, and it's like, this is what's going on here.
And then I'm going to say it, the best video package AEW has ever produced for Jade Cargill. She looks like money, she sounds like money, and she does look damn good doing it.
Yes.
And she said,
I don't know.
And she said she's the bad bitch.
I thought you said she was that bitch.
No, she said bad bitch. Because the moment that wrote, I was so we have a bad bunny and a bad bitch.
They are not the same. What else wrestling the Miz? But
apparently that's happening. Apparently, I don't know. Hold on, let me get the card.
What, Miz versus Bad Bunny is happening? Yeah, 101.
So
I can't wait. Oh. Here it is.
So allegedly, sources are saying that the reason it's Bad Bunny versus The Miz is because apparently Morrison and Priest are working with injuries.
Oh.
So it's not completely ruling them out, but they could still be added in the weeks to come. Mm-hmm. But they thought to be on the safe side, let's book this as of singles. And if worst case scenario, if they feel like they can bring them in, they'll bring them in.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I am shocked that they went with the singles route no matter what. I would have still try to find another way around this instead of having Bad Bunny do a singles match. But if they can pull it off, it could be the greatest celebrity match of all time.
It could be. So we get Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley asking the Good Brothers how far are they willing to take this. And I wrote, at this point, fellas, I don't think they are afraid of anything as The Undertaker killed them literally a year ago.
They're down for whatever. And then they attempted to blow you guys up. So it is what it is. I feel like we're going to get another violent type of match of no holds bar street fight between the Good Brothers and Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley.
I don't even think you're going to get that. I think you're going to get the Good Brothers and Kenny versus the Young Bucks and Mox.
No, yeah, you might be right.
Because I think they're going to play that whole he broke his leg.
Yeah, you got a point. You know, and then they have to choose a side. That makes sense. Yeah, that's better. A better match anyway.
So we get Nyla.
They don't even have a third in their group.
Yeah.
They go get the Butcher.
So we get Nyla Rose versus Tay Conti. Actually, doing decent little upset win here. They attempt to take out Tay Conti at the end.
No, Manny, it's not an upset win.
It is an upset win.
No, it is not.
Nyla Rose is a beast.
No, let me correct you, Jim Ross, and whoever else said it on that commentary table. An upset is when a lower seed beats a higher seed. I've been watching the March Madness tournament, so I know a little thing about this. Conti, Manny, is ranked number 1 in the women's division. Why? I do not know. But they said it 800 times in this match for some reason. They said she is ranked number 1. Therefore, this is not an upset. This was status quo.
I
would not bring up the rankings. Normally, I say ignore the rankings. They're bullshit anyway and all that. But this match brought up the rankings several times that Conti was number 1. And I kept going, who did she beat? What is this?
Of all things that has happened on AEW, this is the thing you choose to rant on.
No, I've already ranted on QT. I've already cried about Cody and Brandy's reality show. I have nothing else to rant about. This is just the bottom of the barrel of ranting. I am ranting that she is ranked number 1, and this is not an upset. And I am sick of people saying this is an upset. This is not an upset. An upset with a lower ranked person be a higher ranked person. Conti is number 1, goddammit. She is number 1. No matter what you say, she is number 1. She's better than Thunder Rosa. She's better than Serena Deeb. She's better than Nyla Rose. Better than Sheeta. Better than Miss Rio Makazana, or whatever her name is. Better than all of them.
So, Nyla Rose tries to take out Conti again at the end of the match. When Sheeta comes out to try and make the save, the bunny hits Sheeta with a kendo stick. Honestly, I thought that was that someone had shrunk Natty down. Big Money Matt.
Resurrection of Natty.
Yeah, Big Money Matt says the Eliminator tournament was a sham, and his client wasn't in it, and his client has been overlooked for far too long. No. She's been given the right amount of attention because she is trash.
This ragtag group, man, it's just a bunch of people. Just a bunch of people who aren't going anywhere.
So the Scorpio Sky backstage promo wasn't even a promo; it was a video package. How did you feel about it?
It's all right, you know.
I liked it. I liked this disgruntled Scorpio Sky.
Yeah, it's fine. It was fine. Like, I think all the packages in the back, and even some of the promos of the show were fine. Other than like the QT Marshall shit and all that. But it was nothing that, that really made me go, yes, finally, this is happening. But at least
I hope it means he's on TV more. Because if it's not, this is all for nothing.
This is back-to-back weeks. I just want to see if he's going to elevate past the Shawn Spears moment, where Shawn Spears had like 2 weeks of feuding with Cody as the chairman, was getting TV time, and then all of a sudden, you never see this guy again.
Yeah, and then he's still using the moniker the chairman when nothing was accomplished from that, other than hitting Cody with it.
Yeah. So, we'll see. This is a wait and see. I don't trust him enough to push Scorpio Sky. I don't.
So we get John Silver versus Darby Allin in a pretty good match. I really didn't need the involvement of Sting and the Dark Order at ringside.
Hold up. Manny, Sting came out there to even the odds. Was the worst moment in the history of AEW.
They weren't even doing anything. What do they need to even the odds?
Yeah, they didn't do anything. In fact, Darby attacked them.
Yeah, it was
Darby
Darby's fault.
on them. And I go, what? What's going on? And Sting's coming out here to even the odds. He's going to make sure there's no more fuckery going on. There was no fuckery. The Dark Order are the gentlest group in WWE right now. They are a face faction who have not done any dirt or filth in a long time.
You know the only bad person
with his bat?
The only threat in the Dark Order right now, and she's injured, is Anna Jay. Because she seems evil.
Yeah. By the way, they came out supporting Conti earlier, and I go like, this is still going on.
Without Anna Jay there, which just seems ridiculous. But for John Silver, who's largely booked as a jobber and a joke, this was a good showing for him.
Yeah, too much.
It won't come to nothing. Like, this is the last time you'll see John Silver in the main event.
This looks like watching Santino main event to me. That's what I got for this. I was like, why is this the main event? I didn't understand that. Like, the end of the show. They should have I don't know what they could have put as the main event, but I was not interested in this being the main event.
I think I could have had Kenny and I forgot his name already, and
It's
it was
like,
the beginning of the
yeah.
show.
You couldn't do it either because you forgot his name. You could. I would have just did Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks to do.
Yeah, that and Ed with Kenny with them walking out on Kenny. Yeah, that would have been good TV.
Yeah, that would have been the way to do this. And
Yeah, that would have been
the Laredo kid, and then them saying no, and then the show ending. That makes the most sense. That's how Will booked it, but you know. But I think the Young Bucks and Kenny didn't want to book themselves in the main event because they're so humble because they have all the titles. And all the storylines revolve around them.
So that was AEW. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed large parts of it. I would say
it's worthless.
It's not. It's. Let's just say if I had to rush it and watch it on Thursday when we normally do the show, I think I would have. Had been a bit more annoyed.
Yeah, I was annoyed. I think the show gets a thumbs down because of the QT Marshall Cody segments.
No. I've denounced that
Yeah.
actually happened. I've denounced that that's actually happened. That makes the show teeter into it was good for me.
Yeah, if that was off the show and I didn't have to worry about that, and they followed up with the Penta and Cody segment, and followed up with storylines, and things just made sense. And if they rearranged the main event and Kenny and all that, I don't know. Like, it wasn't a bad show. It's just a show that I feel like if I would have missed this episode of AEW Dynamite, I would have been like, okay, I didn't miss much.
Yeah, I don't think you would have missed much.
I could have read that in Cliff Notes. Like, it's the most uneventful. Even on their bad shows, you have something that goes like, something happened on this show. No, literally nothing happened of importance at all. And nothing seemed to, like, even progress.
I think that's also a bit unfair given that, obviously, NXT is on the road to their TakeOver show. So,
yeah.
There's NXT is built to, like, we're booking this show. Let's throw everything at the wall now. And in comparison to AEW, where they're in the beginning, it looks like they're in the beginning of moving to their next big thing.
Yeah, it was a very transitional episode of just inconsistent characters.
But like we get that a lot, though. We get that a lot across both AEW and NXT, where you will have that episode where it's just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, but in AEW, it just seems like they have since the Shaq episode. I'll go to the ratings and whatnot. Their ratings are just going. They haven't really gained anything, and like it just seems like they have nothing, no steam behind them lately. Since the bomb exploded, basically, not the Shaq episode. Since the bomb exploded,
do you think they're gonna?
Baker in their match.
Like I get NXT's moving to Tuesdays. Do you think the fact that there's going to be actual sports going on Wednesdays may detract from people actually watching AEW?
Well, now it's not just the NBA; it's also the NHL. So it could, and then you also have baseball season coming back. So you're gonna
because this is the whole point. This is the whole point. They're moving to Tuesday, mainly because they're going to start showing this stuff on USA, I presume.
Yeah, they'll start showing hockey.
But do you think that's enough to pull away from the actual AEW audience? I don't think it is, but
I don't think it is. I don't really. I think their audience is what they got. I think it's just going to be that same number. I don't think they're going to get worse. They may go from their normal 700 and then towards the main event, or not towards the main event, but on some of their like bigger shows they may get their 900. But I think they are where they are right now. And only Cody and Brandy's reality show can save them.
Okay, so we move into NXT, which kicks off hot.
Yep.
Dakota Kai, Raquel González versus Zoey Stark and Io Shirai. I really enjoyed this tag match for what it was. Like there was aftermath in it, and I was like, it just adds fuel to this growing fire between Raquel and Io.
Yeah, and I honestly didn't know who was taking the pin. I was like, I think Dakota's taking this pin in this match.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Zoey took it, but it's fine. And I enjoyed the match. It was back and forth. They had some nice spots in there. Raquel looks like a monster, and Raquel has to kill Io at TakeOver night 1. Although I think they lost their main event spot.
Given that I'm off on night 1, I might actually watch that live. on the channel. Maybe by myself. I don't know if I can. Maybe if I can bring in Eric. So if you're around that time, please join in the Lumber Chat so I'm not alone. Please. Because Marcus will be working.
No, I'm off.
So should we watch it live?
I might. I don't know. Wednesdays is kind of my recovery day for work week. And it's just like me just casually half sleep, get through things, and it's just like, oh. And then like a lot of times on NXT or AEW, if I decide to watch them, I end up having to rewatch because I end up falling asleep on either one. And it's like, oh, I'm going to rewatch it when I wake up.
So I'm making a stand now.
Oh.
If a table breaks, an announced table breaks ever, I expect it to stay broken. And I thought if EO broke that table, and I didn't, whenever they went to that table and if they rebuilt it, I'd be furious. Which is what happened on Fastlane, and I was not happy about it.
They destroyed the entire Thunderdome, and it was rebuilt for the next match.
Yeah,
no
ridiculous.
What's the match? Whether it's Randy Orton blowing up the Thunderdome and him and Alexa Bliss doing their projectile fight and on Dukins, or if it was Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. They rebuilt everything. And by the way, EO is not breaking that table. She weighs what, 90 pounds? I thought she died when she got slammed on that table. I was like, she's not going to make that match.
I'm going to get that booty.
Give me that booty.
So
give me the strap. Someone give me the strap. And I ain't talking about the gun.
So backstage, in a really unnecessary segment, we had Roderick Strong say to Kyle that him and them two during the contract signing that they beat his ass, and then after Kyle rejects this, he went, "You two could go to hell."
What did Roderick do?
And then further,
what did Roderick do to get that? Like, he's like, hey man, fucking Adam Cole's out his damn mind. He fucked it up for everybody. Now fuck you two, man. What? Why?
and then further, later in the night, Cameron Grimes wants to buy the intellectual property rights to the Undisputed Era because he wanted to continue the marketing.
But Daddy, why is he talking around? Yeah, go ahead.
And then but what I didn't understand in this whole thing was, what was Roderick packing? He didn't have a match.
What?
He didn't change. He was putting things in the back. I was like, is he stealing someone's shit?
Well, Undisputed Era's going. He got to get some of that merchandise. That's still why it's still hot. And he was like, oh, let me sell this once in a lifetime. But I thought that Cameron Grimes going to him is the wrong person to go to. He don't own any of the rights to the Undisputed. He's not an original member. He's an add-on. He's an add-on to the group. He doesn't have the rights to it. You either got to talk to Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly.
Someone needs to talk to Bobby Fish because I don't know. I want to know what Bobby Fish's feelings are about this.
I honestly think they need to talk to Bobby Fish and him going. I want him to randomly come back and come out with the Undisputed Era music. And it's like, what, you guys not coming with me? What's going on?
No, I want Bobby Fish on location and him actually fishing. So we move into LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. Solid match with Reed picking up the win.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting from LA Knight.
You get the man that can talk, and that's all he does.
Everyone can talk now. I feel like it's almost a standard for most people now.
No, there's levels to talking. I feel like he's on a level exception above most of the people in NXT. Like there's levels to certain people. Like I can't see him and Bronson Reed having a conversation or promos back and forth, battling promos, and Bronson Reed coming out on top. Ever. But I thought the right person won. LA Knight is a 40-year-old man. He's gonna be bitter. Bronson Reed should have some momentum about. He should be going for some belt of some kind or doing something. He's just kind of been around.
He's just been there. So we move into, we learn that the tag titles have been vacated as Danny Burch has been injured. It's been announced that on TakeOver it'll be MSK versus GYV versus Legado del Fantasma.
I disagree with all of this. I object, Mr. Regal. Why?
Were they
stripped? Why were stripped.
He's got separated shoulder. He can't defend that.
So what? He let Thatcher fill in for Pete Dunne when Riddle and them were did whatever they were doing. Why can't Pete Dunne just fill in? They seem like they're cool. They're a clique.
Pete Dunne's got other things on his mind.
Stripping was intentional because they never wanted Only Logan and Danny Burch to have those damn titles anyway. Only the Pat McAfee had to go. Like, you can even make Pat McAfee his partner or whatnot. Anything could have worked. I'm just saying the stripping was unnecessary, and it was moved really quickly.
I didn't actually take note of who was actually in this thing, but they also announced a 12-man battle royal, and the remaining 6 will be in a gauntlet elimination match.
Jake Atlas, Swerve Scott, Cameron Grimes. Let's see how many I get to. Bronson.
Are these your final 6?
LA Knight. No, I'm just naming everybody in this goddamn battle royal that they had the pictures of. But I think I got Bronson Reed maybe winning this.
Really?
Yeah, they gave him the win for a reason. I couldn't think of anybody else in that tournament that was like, ah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Pete Dunne might get it.
Yeah, he did claim he wanted to go for it. That does make the most sense. But I can see him being upset by Bronson Reed. Maybe start a feud with him.
No, I think the feud coming out of this might be Pete Dunne versus Kushida.
Did we get that? I feel like we got that one.
No, but tonight it was interesting because in a promo package, Kushida said leading up to his match with Jordan Devlin, he said he's the best technical wrestler in NXT.
Oh,
and then later on in the night in a promo package, Pete Dunne calls himself the best technical wrestler in the world, but no one's answered his challenge. So I think that's the match. So maybe Pete Dunne won't win. Maybe they give it to. Maybe you're right. Maybe they do give it to Bronson Reed.
So all that just to say I'm right, Manny? All that just to say I'm right.
Yeah.
You just said you're right, Marcus. Bronson
No,
Reed.
but I got to make myself look. I've got to make myself look intellectual at the same time.
But yeah, I honestly don't know how this tournament works. I'm confused by it, to be honest. So it's a battle royal, and then the final 6 in the battle royal fight in a gauntlet match at the end.
No, so the final 6 will continue to eliminate each other, but that will be the order I think they have in the gauntlet.
Okay, but it is a regular gauntlet match happening. Is it that night, or is it at TakeOver? The gauntlet match is happening.
Yeah, I think the gauntlet match will happen at TakeOver night 1, and then the winner will face Johnny on night 2.
Okay. Very convoluted.
It is very convoluted.
I don't know why you came up. I feel like you just could just have the battle royal and be like, "That's who won." That's how we normally do things. I hate the battle royal settle things.
I don't like battle royal. I like this change up in pace because I feel like we've had a lot of battle royals recently.
A-dubs. NXT don't really throw out those battle royals that much, to be honest.
No, but I think this is. I think
AEW seems to just throw them out there randomly.
Yeah. So we get Only Lorcan versus Karrion Kross. This for me may have been the only time since returning to NXT where Karrion Kross has actually looked reasonably decent.
Only Lorcan carries everybody. Only Lorcan's the man. It was a solid match. It was solid. It was nothing great. Kross needs a new finishing move. That punch thing does not work. It's not.
I thought his finish was a Saito suplex.
No, it's now that forearm to the back of the head.
Oh, so the ball hammer.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, like when he does it.
Well, it only really works well it only really works well if on certain people do it, and he's not. I don't think he's built to do that.
Yeah, I feel like when Wade Barrett and even Cassius Ohno did it, it worked. But he doesn't seem like he has that as well. He should do the choke or the suplex or something. It should work. But I've come to the conclusion, and I know I said I give him to the Ballot Master term if he's a number 1 guy or number 2 guy. But I decided that he fits perfect as a number 2 guy in a faction. Like, he's the guy that he stands there, he folds his arm, he looks like he's going to be the most impressive guy in the group. But he's just kind of there, and then you build toward him. Like, if he was Balor's second in command, I feel like it works. Like, Balor would walk out there, talk a big game, and then, Pete Dunne would say some shit, and then, Cross would walk up to him and be like, hold on, I got it. Like, if they were reforming the Balor Club, he would be a great number 2. Just stand behind Finn.
So Finn said, at the end of the match, Cross said that he was showing respect to a man that didn't deserve it and claimed Finn is just like anybody else. When the fuse is lit, there is no stopping what is coming next, which is him.
And I guess not a bomb.
Yeah. Finn said last week Cross revealed his weakness, uncontrollable emotion.
Sensitive. He called him sensitive.
Yeah, he said Cross fights with emotion. Everything he does is a reaction. In those moments, he is sloppy and vulnerable.
I would love to go to the video footage of Finn Balor talking about, look how sloppy he is right here.
The breakdown. Like John Madden encircling it.
Boom! He's angry. Look at this. Keith Lee is about to dodge his next 3 attacks because he's just running after him. Like, I would love for the breakdown. He just hit the move. Check it out. Boom! He runs into the stairs.
And
Ricardo has him pissed.
So he says that TakeOver, 2 things can happen. 1, he surprises everyone and masters his emotions.
Everyone, Manny, this has just come to our attention that he can't control his emotions, and yet Finn Balor is going like everybody. He expects people to be at home. You see, couldn't control his emotions. Look how sloppy that is.
And then, or 2, his emotions master him. Well, I think number 2 is basically called depression, Finn, and
yeah. I would love for Scott going like, damn it, he figured it out. We're going to a therapist tonight.
Well, so speaking of Scarlett, Jen on a recurring guest on the Run-In review show. Yeah. A recurring run-in.
Someone who doesn't stop running in will interfere in any possible review known to mankind.
Had this to say, I think Scarlett is turning me into a lesbian because my eyes are always on her when she's always on TV. Bear in mind, people, I did clear this with her that I was going to use this for the show and she said it was fine. I'm not being a dick.
I thought you were being a dick. And I was like, man, he's a dick. But, do you think Scarlett existing is hurting Cross? Because there's a point to it that Scarlett does command all this attention. And you see Cross, you go like, yeah, he's a guy, but,
I don't know if I had this conversation with you or if I had it with Eric on the Fastlane show. Because I'm very tired still, and I have not recovered. But I mentioned that Cross and Scarlett have a very much feel of Mark Merrow and Sable, where Sable inevitably went on to be the star of that pair duo.
I like you would decide. Yeah, I think it was with me. And I remember you saying this. But I like that you compared them to something so far, like 20 years ago. I'm going more recent. This is a Rusev Lana scenario.
It isn't. It really isn't.
Lana, in which the guy looks like a beast, a monster, a killer, but the real star is his wife. Lana and Scarlett are one and the same.
Because Scarlett could actually manage anyone, realistically, and lose this whole bullshit I'm a witch thing, which Isla Dawn is now doing on NXT UK.
Hold on. Yeah, she is. I saw it. You see the package last week, and I was like, she's been doing this for a few weeks now. Someone gonna tell her. Have a tarot card reader in the company. Someone gonna do it. But I felt like Lana right now can't manage anybody. But Russian Lana, back in the day, could have managed anybody back in the day.
I don't know.
Before she lost the accent. Before Lana lost the accent and was bringing up Putin every time, she was one of the best managers in the game.
Do you not remember the Dolph angle? Because she couldn't manage him properly.
So that was the end of the accent. That was the end of the accent. That was a bad time. But prime Lana, Russian accent, going out there, do her walk to this side of the stage, talking about Vladimir Putin, could have managed anybody and would have been a force to be reckoned with.
Because I just don't.
It's terrible.
For me, and I'm sure there's people that actually like him, and he is from his online presence, he's a very nice person. He talks about Cross. He talks about a lot of stuff about taking care of your mental health and stuff like that, which is a good thing to be positive about and to talk about. But like, I just don't feel like he's the guy.
He looks like the guy, but
he looks like the guy, but he isn't the guy.
His entrance makes him the guy.
Having a cool entrance doesn't necessarily translate to being amazing.
Someone fell down. Alright. But I'm saying cool entrance, cool wife, good look, everything around him seems like the guy, but I don't think he's the guy. I think he needs to step up his mic game and in-ring game. He's I don't know.
He looks like an actor, and I can't place who it is.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, but I have nothing. He reminds me of Nappa from Dragon Ball Z. And he just to sit there and go like this and let someone else do all his talking. Like team him with Aleister Black and have them work with something. I feel like that would work.
So we move on. Drake Maverick versus Walter. Hey Marcus.
Dead.
You want to see a dead body?
Dead on sight. And I didn't know there were going to be backstory to this match. There was a little bit, and I was like, he's dead already. Like, those guys aren't necessary.
But this is kind of shit we needed though. Like, I think we would have. You would have. I think you, because I liked it. You would have been a bit more invested if they did something like this for Kenny and Matt Sydal.
Yeah, just a little bit of like, why is this happening? Why should I care? And this match was 2 seconds long. It was a body slam, a power bomb.
He didn't even get chopped. He didn't even get chopped.
And a pass out in a half Boston crab, in which it was unnecessary.
I feel like no one has ever been stopped in a half Boston crab.
Yeah, Manny, it was a stoppage. Have you seen UFC when the stoppage aren't like they should have stopped that sooner. They should have been stopped as the bell rang.
Yeah. Before he even locked up. I don't know why he decided to come out there. Like Maverick knew this match was happening. If he was smart, he should have stayed away.
Yeah. The official looked at the match and was like, I'm going to stop this as soon as the bell rings. And then he was like, you know what? Maybe he'll show me some. No, it's over. It's over.
do you think in the back someone said, if you don't go out there, you're not getting paid?
On the sub-story of this, before we start about the Ciampa and stuff, Killian Dane missing. Do you feel that, is he joining Imperium or is he just missing? Is he going to do something else?
Well, I thought this was going to be... I thought this was leading to him coming out to make the save. Obviously, because we had that whole... You used to be a monster comment a couple of weeks ago. So that's what I thought was going to happen. But like, maybe it's further down the line. I don't think... I think the swerve is actually Thatcher's joining.
I don't know if it's a swerve. I feel like that's just joining. But old man Ciampa comes out there saying he's intrigued by that title. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's worth a lot of money. But I felt like he should have said, I'm intrigued about ending your title reign of 600 whatever days he's at. Then that's actual title.
So does that mean... Well, I don't think the match is happening anytime soon. The Walter versus... Rampage Brown!
Doesn't that happen the same night?
I think so.
I believe the prelude to NXT is Walter.
Are we going to have to watch
Brown.
the prelude? Are we going to have to watch a prelude live plus TakeOver?
I don't know. Peacock is making sure people watch everything live, though. They don't
Peacock's removing a lot of shit, too.
Peacock is a motherfucker. I don't know what they thought they bought.
I think that's the first thing. I think that's the first thing people showed them when they bought it. Like, you know, you've got the owner saying the N-word. You've got Roddy Piper, a dead man, doing blackface. It's like, what?
And this isn't the first blackface incident. We have more after that. Zoom into DX, making fun of the Nation of Domination. Or how about that time when someone from
Marcus, they did that twice.
Yes. And also, don't forget that other time Hulk Hogan showed up on the show. Wait, what time? This week, WrestleMania. It doesn't matter. Y'all have a lot of work to do. Like, I feel like they was watching Raw. Was like, this is a wholesome, nice environment. I really like this. And then somebody was like, "Do you actually watch this shit?" No. Oh man. All right. Watch Fastlane this week. Why? There's a black man walking out with a spear. Oh God! What have we bought? What have we paid for?
So we get Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez versus Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Robert Stone pays Mercedes to take the place of the injured Jessica Meyer, or the COVID injury.
Yeah.
I said many months ago Aaliyah should have been released. I'm going back on that statement, Marcus.
Oh wow.
She has somewhat improved in the ring, and she's not complete garbage anymore.
Yes. Again, she is 24 years old, Manny. Let her develop into something.
Marcus, what I believe happened was...
She was in a transitional period of someone developing, and then they decided to turn this into a brand.
Marcus, what I believe what happened was Robert Stone checked out the show, found that clip of me saying she was trash, and used that as motivation. So what I'm saying is, I'm taking all the credit for her being better in the ring.
I'm just happy they let her keep her name Aaliyah and not give it to Aaliyah Mysterio, and that we never had to cross that path.
Well, I don't think she's ever coming back.
Oh, Aaliyah Mysterio will be back. She will be back.
Nah. Unless he gives her breast implants too, I don't think she's coming back.
You really need. I feel she's gonna come back, and not only come back, she will be the biggest Mysterio star in the history of that family.
Do you know what? This match wasn't bad.
No.
And
it was solid.
And Ember Moon did bits in it. I'm giving her some credit.
Fine, Manny, go ahead. But they messed up the eclipse at the end.
But however, what those two did in the back on the way walking towards Candice and Indy should have never happened. I never want to hear those two talk like that ever again.
TZB? What are y'all talking about?
TZB!
He's yelling. I kind of want somebody to come up and can y'all keep it down? Y'all keep it down. What y'all out for?
Yeah.
Everybody's beating Aaliyah in this roster.
So Candice and Indy challenged them. Candice needs a title.
Candice doesn't get a title no matter what.
Candice gets nothing. And she deserves one.
She's not.
Indy doesn't deserve one. Candice deserves one.
Don't give it to... Candice can't win one after it... No, they're not winning it. I don't feel like they're winning it.
So
not taking this away from Moon, who's making history. But
so off topic.
Let me tell you the main thing I got from this storyline, though, Manny. It's Robert Stone saying he's out of money. Mercedes Martinez took all the money and said, "I won't. This is just half the payment." I was like, "What a bitch." No, like, I'm out of money, Aaliyah. I'm out of money. And then they lost.
They still have to pay.
That's what I got out of this. It was like, oh man, what a bad investment that was.
So a Luchador said we need to give Cody some respect for getting Brandy off of tele. No, because he put it back on. No, Luchador.
It's going to be more Brandy. I don't understand how people don't see this. It's going to be
an hour. It's going to be 40. I think it's going to be on for an hour. I'm presuming it'll be 45 minutes of Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody gets the credit for. Why is Eric calling me in the middle of the show? Cody is getting credit for getting the credit and getting her off TV. But then he gave her a reality show that now she has to return to TV. That makes everything worse.
So, Jordan Devlin versus Kushida. Really good match. that didn't really have a good ending. However, in terms of building towards TakeOver, yes, this was good.
Yeah.
What
about
and
Shawn?
Shawn comes out, says nothing, just slides a ladder in the ring and walks away.
Perfect, right in the middle of them. And I kind of want them to just kick it out. I wanted Santos Escobar like, no. I want to have a straight up wrestling match with this man.
So, if I was Santos Escobar, like, my last match was a street fight where a man nearly tried to kill me with a pickaxe.
Luckily for us, he did not know how to use it and went for the door instead of the window. Otherwise, I would have been dead. Oh, I was for it. Honestly, there's part of me that wanted him to tease us a little bit more. I needed Razor and Shawn to come out. I needed Scott Hall to come out. And I don't know if he may be drunk or not. Or whatever Scott Hall's doing. He said, hey, yo. If Scott Hall were to come out on NXT and go, hey, yo, we know how to settle this years ago. And I didn't plan on that rhyming. And then it's him and Shawn. They too sweet each other. We end the segment. And they throw the ladder. And you're like, oh, my God, this is happening. Or they need to both be at the match.
So,
I wanted Razor.
There was an interesting little stare down between Shawn Michaels and Adam Cole. We're not getting this match. I don't know why they did this.
I didn't get match vibes out of that.
Everyone's talking match vibes. You know this is match vibes.
I didn't get match vibes from this.
I did.
Really?
Yes.
I got you are who I was from years ago. This is we're in the exact same spot. You are Shawn, he is just Danny vibes. That's what
no, because all I saw was Shawn Michaels looking at his son, Adam Cole.
Yeah. That's what I got. I didn't get match vibes. I wasn't even thinking that him and Adam Cole needs a match. Although if I was Shawn, I would go, I need to erase what happened in Saudi Arabia. I came out of retirement for that. If I'm going to have a last match, at least let me against someone good like Adam Cole.
So, William Regal yelled at Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly for their flagrant disrespect of NXT with their actions. I feel like he was more annoyed that the police got involved than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't care. He didn't care that the fact these two were fighting each other. He was more invested that the fact that the police were recalled. So, all the underground shit that happened in the parking lot became part of the investigation.
Yeah.
Boa's hidden drug door.
Yeah, he was like, I can't believe it. You gotta get the police here involved. God damn. We're running under. We're breaking COVID health issues. We are having drugs going on. Cameron Grimes is probably embezzling money or some kind of money. You're gonna fucking shut down by bringing the police here. And we didn't even talk about the jiu-jitsu shop where Adam Cole decided to show up and fight Kyle.
Your wife! What was the need for that?
I feel like Adam Cole...
And how did they get the footage? How did they get the footage of that?
Kyle get the footage. I just feel like that Adam Cole is a very brave man to walk in the middle of somebody's jiu-jitsu training, because I'm gonna go fight a guy in his own gym. They were gonna kick his ass. I would have kicked Adam Cole's ass. He could have got jumped and thrown out a window. That's what could have happened.
So William Regal announces that he's gonna agree to allow them to wrestle, even though he knows that O'Reilly is not cleared to wrestle. But he stated that NXT would not be liable if he was injured further.
Yeah, unsanctioned. He's on TV doing this contract signing. You know how contradicted in a court of law. You are promoting this, Mr. Regal. You are promoting this.
I think the contract is stating that they're not liable, but I feel like if it's unsanctioned, you shouldn't even be having a contract signing.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing anything. You shouldn't be there. You are the man of sanctioned matches. You are the commissioner. You should not be there. Unsanctioned matches have made no sense in the history of wrestling because, again, once we turn the lights out, Manny.
Oh no, he's doing it.
And we turn them back on, I get to say some unsanctioned shit. Here we go. I don't know. I have nothing.
The moon landing was real.
It was a real moon landing. Stanley Kubrick didn't film that on his computer. Effects weren't good enough back then.
So what did you think overall? Because I thought the pull apart seemed to be not necessary for this. They could have just walked away.
Yeah, no, you can't do a contract sign without flipping the table and the pull apart. But it was necessary. It shows these guys are at each other's throat. I thought overall the show built toward TakeOver very well. Like, I'm invested in night 1, night 2, and night 7 of these TakeOver shows. They will never turn the lights out in the lights out match. Just turn it back on, all right? That's what I'm gonna say.
So, that was the end of NXT. It was obvious for me. I enjoyed the show better.
Yeah. They built to this show. Like, AEW was just there. I feel like I was watching an episode of WWF Main Event or 205 Live where, yes, it existed. But did I need to see this? No, I did not. It wasn't must-see TV. It was a simple show, and it was poorly structured. And then you had QC Marshall on there. That piece of shit.
Well, NXT is building to what may be the best takeover they've ever booked. Execution-wise, I can't comment on that yet. But in terms of booking towards it, this has been great.
Well, Walter Ciampa match is probably going to be terrific. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. I don't feel like that could be a bad match no matter what they do. The ladder match, I feel like it's going to be really good. May not be.
I'm skeptical about that.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical about that because I'm not 100% sure if these two will be able to deliver. Because I felt like Santos in the street fight could have done better. I don't know if it was just the way the match was built.
Well, it was 3-on-1.
Yeah, so I'm leaning towards that, but I feel like when push comes to shove, they will deliver. The other one I'm not too sure on because she has been a bit iffy recently is the EO versus Raquel.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be solid, but the main point is I feel like that's gonna be close to a squash because they only have so much time.
Yeah,
that was gonna be on TV. That was not on Peacock. That was going to be on TV. And they plan on having that gauntlet match, too, on night 1. And I think the real TakeOver is actually Thursday. Night 1 is just fake TakeOver. And you got Gargano versus whoever on night 2.
Yeah.
So, night 2 is the real show. And I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be the real show. EO's on night 1. So, that don't count.
So, that is the end of the show, guys.
Yeah. Fantastic showing, Manny. Fantastic display.
I do have a little message for you, Marcus.
Oh, what's that?
So if you haven't subscribed and turned the notifications on, there's just one thing to say about that. You're gonna be joking me.
What?
It's called theft, Marcus.
It looked like them. I was like, no, they don't do cameos no more. And I'm sure Billy Kay is not doing us any favors. But that was stolen.
But yeah, like Billy Kay said, like the video, subscribe.
I was looking at the video going like, where is this going? This isn't well enough.
See, El Luchador appreciates it for what it is.
It's a scam. I am now going to use that clip on every single show we have that I put together. And it's going to look like Billy Kay is like, yes, like and subscribe.
Until they inevitably come and copyright strike us.
Yeah. And Chauncey Blackheart says, I want my face and name off this fucking show. God damn it, you pieces of shit.
We have a champion representing our show, people.
A champion has brought us up. No other show has a champion representing them. A WWE champion representing them, that is. That is hilarious. Good. Well done, Manny.
We leave the show just allegedly.
You need to put the allegedly when she's talking.
So that is the end of the show, guys.
Tune in tomorrow, though.
Yep, tune in tomorrow. It will be the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, Rare Edition, SmackDown Edition.
Yes, where we will talk about the happenings of Friday Night SmackDown, where it seems like everything is happening in the WWE. Fastlane was totally about SmackDown. Had nothing to do with Raw. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre tried to kill each other. That was it. Everything else SmackDown. Whether it's Shinsuke Seth, Roman, Daniel Bryan, and Edge and their drama. The tag team champions, and I'm talking about the women. All of it. It's all SmackDown.
But has this week not just seemed long anyway for you? Because it feels long. Like, it felt like I've had to wait. I feel like Fastlane was almost 2 weeks ago, even though it was just this Sunday.
That's the point. It's so much shit. Just so much wrestling. Just so much wrestling. Allegedly, it's long, Manny. It did feel long. It did. Fastlane felt like a long time ago. But I think that's what makes a good show, because you want to know what's the next chapter. And I feel like Edge and Daniel Bryan are going to have some type of confrontation. But the show's going to start with Roman walking to the ring. It always starts with Roman walking to the ring. But very slowly. I think the best thing that happened to Vince is that Roman Reigns gets to walk to the ring and kill so much TV time. He goes like...
If Roman Reigns walking to the ring is about 5 minutes of TV time.
Because he at least do it twice, Manny. So you got 10 minutes to show out. So you do about an hour show, basically, without commercials.
Which is more frustrating. Fuck Roman. Because that's taken away from this lady. That's right, I said it, Tribal Chief. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Roman Reigns. If you have a problem with us, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Allegedly, Billy Kay does.
He does. He does. I honestly think our WrestleMania show should be called the Billy Kay presents WrestleMania show. The hashtag Billy Kay deserves better. Hashtag the WrestleMania watch along. The longest title in the history of YouTube.
And on that note, guys, peace. I don't know why I'd throw up the peace sign. They can't see me do it.
No, they can't. They can't. And they can't get me going deuces or a salute, but we do it anyway, Manny, because we are that committed to the cause and the gimmick. We live our